Cause I mean, you get water down there, it's gonna rot them beams quicker than hell. The ones that they just put in, and they ain't pressure treated, that's for sure.
They did a nice job putting a moisture barrier down.
Yeah.
They stoned it. But the problem is, like Benny's saying, you stop the moisture from coming up, but what's gonna stop the moisture from going in and, you know, it's gonna end up like a bowl.
You have
Where
to put a dehumidifier in there.
they we put the new sewer line in today, and, like Benny said, the foundation isn't the back, you know, it's a foundation like block and, you know, there's
Block
gaps
and
in it.
brick and stone.
You know, there's gaps in it, and,
Yeah.
It's old and tired.
yeah, someday you might have to put a footer drain around it to alleviate some of the water.
My recommendation at this point would be get it done and then see how it is and do what you need to do down the road, because we've gotta get, I mean,
Can't hold it up any longer now.
this really has to get done, so that's,
I mean, we already proved a point that the footer drains is not an expensive, project, because what we did at the library, I mean, it can be done the same way.
That worked out beautiful.
Yeah.
Especially if you had somebody like the library go in and spray that stuff on that water sealant or whatever it is.
We got some money in our thing, we can maybe seal it after.
and until we get the landscaping done, you could, I mean, that's something you do from the outside and then,
Yep.
so, you know, that, definitely before the landscaping.
You want it tapered away, Benny. So
Yeah.
that the water would come off the roof and go away from the building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you did over in the library, they put it right in the drain.
They don't, oh, I'm sorry.
Do you still need an answer on the security system?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact, I called and spoke to Carol and the mayor today on that.
Called,
Okay.
I've got to meet with them 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh, excellent. Super. So I mean, that's another thing, if we can get it done before they're ready to go and finish those walls, great. If we can't, then we're gonna have to put in what we can afterwards, because we can't hold the contractors up at this
No,
point.
You can
So-
go with wireless stuff too.
Oh, there you go. No. So, yeah, it's great, you can be here tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, okay. Okay, everybody's got a copy of the minutes, the previous meeting, regular meeting on February 4th, 2013. Any motion to?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of the February 4th meeting. Second.
Any other discussions? No discussion, vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Bills, everybody's got a copy of the bills. Any additions, deletions, Beck?
Two additions. The first one's the New York Power Authority for $97,853.35, and the second one is business card, and that's for $25.88.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills as amended tonight.
Second?
Any discussions? No discussion, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye. Abstain.
Okay. Correspondence.
I only have one item from Rouses Point Village Court. The court, in accordance with the Uniform Court Act 2019-A and Town Law 123, is required to present its records at least once a year to be examined by the board or a certified public accountant or public accountant. All records are available to be audited. This is from John McDonough, the village justice.
Well, we done that last year.
Arsen is doing it, has done it last year,
You looked it over.
yeah, so we just,
Okay, so I'll make a motion to allow our the treasurer to make an audit of the justice records. Second.
Vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Aye. Reports from Mayor and trustees. Under myself, we got discussion, 2013 New York State legislative forum was in Albany, and that was very good, very informative. And that's, just want to let you know that. Then the second thing is a discussion on the 55th annual St. Patrick's Day breakfast. Everybody would like to go down the plaza. You're more than welcome.
can't go this year.
Yeah. And the resolution, candidates nominated for office. Motion to accept them.
Want me to read it?
Carol's gonna read
Go
it.
ahead.
Whereas the next general election for officers of the Village of Rouses Point shall be held on March 19, 2013, and whereas the Board of Trustees is required by Section 15-104, subparagraph 3B of the election law to adopt a resolution designating the polling places, the hours the polls shall be open, and addresses of those nominated. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Rouses Point designates the polling place for each election district to be Halsted Hall, Rouses Point Civic Center, 39 Lake Street, Rouses Point, New York, 12979. That the hours during which the polls shall be open shall be 12 o'clock noon until 9 o'clock p.m., and the candidates nominated for office in accordance with the provision of Article 15 Village Election Law are Arville Junior Moore, 40 Lake Street, Rouses Point, New York, 12979, nominated for the office of trustee for a 2-year term. Joseph Treadwell, 14 Priscilla Lane, Rouses Point, New York, 12979, nominated for the office of trustee for a 2-year term. Michael J. Phillips, 3 Phillips Avenue, Rouses Point, New York, 12979, nominated for the office of village justice for a 4-year term. Be it further resolved that the village clerk is hereby directed to publish this resolution in full in the Press Republican and to post a copy of this resolution in at least 6 conspicuous public places within the village on or before March 9, 2013, that a copy be placed at the polling place. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Questions of the foregoing duly put to a roll call vote.
I'll make a motion to pass the resolution for the election.
Seconded.
Okay, roll call vote.
Aye.
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 And the mayor votes aye. Let's see. Okay, the only other thing I got, one more thing, is, I'll be no longer having the third Saturday of the month for grievance. I've done it for 10 months now, and I've had no one, so there's no sense in me sitting here wasting 2 hours every third Saturday. Okay, Brian, it's yours.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The first item on my agenda is a request an executive session to discuss an electric customer. I'll put that in form of a motion.
Seconded.
Oh, what do you use the sign of aye?
Aye. There's roll call on that.
Yeah, it is.
Why is it?
Yeah, aye in the roll call.
Aye.
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 The mayor votes aye.
Okay, and the second item on my agenda is just briefly to discuss that I'd like to make a motion to allow the village to go ahead and have the insulation done in the railroad station. It's 3 inches of closed cell, it's R21, and it's $7,400 to do the railroad station and the turret, and the money will be paid for by the Independent Energy Efficiency Program. Dave Trudeau has recommended that we do it. I want to mention Benny Arnold did a lot of legwork getting us hooked up, and if it goes forward tonight, we'll sign a contract, and the installation will be done in the road station in a week or 10 days. So I'll put that in form of a motion.
Seconded.
Okay, I'll vote, why do you use the sign of aye?
Aye. And that's all items I have on my agenda tonight. Thank you.
Trustee Martin?
Just got a couple of things, Mr. Mayor. One is on the agenda, one is not. First off, request in the form of a motion here to have Jerry Pavetta and Mike Preller to attend a one-day seminar in Canton, New York on 3/19/13. The seminar is sponsored by New York Rural Water Association, and it will fulfill the mandatory lab requirement for their certification.
Okay, I'll second that.
Any discussions? No discussion, vote why do you use the sign of aye?
Aye.
And the second thing that I have, I'm gonna have an event, hopefully, put into a form of a motion, to have an event on August 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It's gonna be similar to what had last year, except a little earlier, with Amulet Amusement coming by. And I just wanna get to go ahead for this earlier, so I can work on getting some more farmers, and getting a bigger spread to it.
I'll second that.
Discussions?
Yes, are they still coming for 4th of July?
Yes, they are. They're coming for both, and I also got a hold of, seeing how last year their person for the food had canceled on them. I've already contacted Cindy Deli, who will come by and do up burgers and hot dogs for you then also.
Any other discussion? No discussion, vote by the consent by?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Joe?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I only have two things. One, the first one is I'd like to request an executive session to discuss personnel issues. I'd like to make a motion at this point.
Seconded?
Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. Mayor votes aye.
And then the second one is I'd like to request another executive session to discuss contract issues with the village. And
Second.
I'd like to make a motion to that.
I'll second that.
Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Mayor votes aye.
That's it for me, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Reed?
First thing I have is request an executive session to discuss pending litigation. Is that in the form of a motion?
Second.
Roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Mayor votes aye.
And the second thing I have today is just to get out there that we're having a sidewalk garage sale event on Saturday, June 22nd, 2013. There's going to be vendors set up throughout the village and a village-wide garage sale during that weekend. This is to help promote business within Rouses Point. And there's currently a committee working on this, and if you would like any further information, you can contact Ron LeBlanc or Tammy DiBernardo, and they can get you some vendor forms to set up or give you some information about the garage sale.
Excellent.
And that is all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll open the meeting to the public. Oh, any other reports? Okay. All right. Okay.
Can I
Open the
push-
meeting to the public.
Can I push my luck and just say one more thing that Trustee Reed's report reminded me of? The Micro Enterprise Program Review Committee met last Friday afternoon and awarded the remainder of our micro enterprise money. The awards were made to Fashions and More, which will be Rose Letourneau's shop in the old Kathy's Furniture location, and Ron LeBlanc, who is going to be hopefully running a mail business, a mail forwarding business. His business name looks like it's going to be Border Runners, and that one, the location isn't finalized yet. But two more businesses that will be opening this year in the village, so.
Good.
Thank you, and that takes care of all the training. 3 out of 4 weeks are done for our businesses, that everyone who's receiving the grant has been to 3 weeks of training, 1 more weekend. And we'll look for a big publicity event when everyone gets their doors open.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And that's the last of the money, Melissa?
That's it, right.
Good. Anybody else? Nobody else? We'll adjourn the meeting and go into
Short recess.
short recess, yeah, 5 minutes.
Make a motion for recess?
Second?
Everybody? Aye.
Aye.
Aye.